Welcome friends, today we'll discuss about interfaces. Today we'll cover indexable type and the interface in the class using TypeScript. Starting with the indexable type, here it is a kind of array. So here we can define the indexable key and we can assign any string, number or object to it. Whereas the key can only be string or a number. Let's define an interface with name key value pair, and here inside square bracket we have given key of index of type number and the return type would be the string. Then after that we define a variable with name my key value, which is of type key value pair, and this my key value is of we can assign an array to it. The three values apple, banana and pear. And inside the inner HTML, we'll try to access the zero index or the first index of that. So it will return apple. So you can see apple in the Chrome. The interesting to note in this case is that the value or return type is the string. So we can clearly define which is the return type we are expecting using this key value pair. Now let us move to the traditional way of interface. And in any of programming language, for example C++ or Java, in JavaScript also interface can be only contain the type or the declaration or the definition of properties and the methods, whereas the class will do the actual implementation of the program. So in interface you actually don't write any kind of logic. In the class you have to write all the logic whatever is needed, right? And we will demonstrate with an example. We'll define a calculator interface and we'll create a calculator class. In the calculator interface, we will define a method of add which will take two input parameter and return a number, and whereas in calc we will do the actual implementation. Let's start with an calculator interface. We define two parameter, input 1 and input 2, both are number, and we have defined signature of the method of add, which takes two input parameter, both a number, and the return type also the summation of the both the thing of type number. After declaring the interface, we have to implement the interface in a class. So we define a calculator class which use a keyword implements and implement the calculator interface. In this calculator class also we have to mirror both the property input 1 and input 2, and in this case we have to actually implement the functionality of add. In this case is very simple. It is returning the addition of input 1 and input 2, but can be complicated in the other complex example. Okay, after we define the class, we can define our own variable or object instance, which is of type calculator, and we have to use a new keyword to instantiate a calculator object. And we can use myCalculator.add. We can pass 2 and 4 or two numbers, which will the summation 6 will be written of type number and will be stored in the result variable. And for the just for printing that, we print into inner HTML, so you can see in the browser the result of 6. Thanks for watching this videos. Please like and subscribe to my video. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Bye bye.